Hello and welcome to Red Gaming Tech for your daily dose of the latest gaming news with myself, Amata. Today is the 17th of September and I have some more news for you today concerning Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Now, Square Enix has issued an official statement which announces that digital sales of Final Fantasy XIV have resumed on both PC and PlayStation 3 versions. Now, as those of you in the know will remember, digital sales of the game were suspended in late August after a significant number of people reported excessive wait times, login issues, character creation problems, and all-around issues due to the server load suffered by the game. And of course, at the time, Square did cite overwhelming demand as the cause, and did of course opt to manage demand by temporarily ceasing all sales of the digital version of the game, which makes perfect sense. Of course, if you're having issues due to the amount of people trying to play your game, it makes perfect sense to suspend the sale of that game, at least in its digital form. Now, they have issued an official statement which reads, quote, "Due to unprecedented demand to access the game at launch, digital sales were suspended on 28th of August. The company has performed extensive server maintenance, increasing the number of servers for players worldwide, the capacity of players per world, and the number of concurrent players. Following this maintenance, access to the game is now functioning as originally intended. The company would like to thank all the existing players and welcome those who are waiting to join the adventure." So there you have it. It seems like the long and difficult saga of Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn's launch cycle has finally come to an end. The amount of issues reported on both PC and PlayStation 3 have been quite a few, with, as I mentioned earlier, people struggling to log in, struggling to create characters, and struggling to actually stay on a server once they had actually managed to get on. All of this was, of course, caused by capacity servers which basically were filled to capacity and just could not handle the amount of people who were all jumping on the game at once. Now, I've said many times in my Final Fantasy XIV videos that these kind of issues with an MMO are to be expected, especially with a big MMO such as this. Pretty much every big MMO in history have suffered some sort of teething problems at launch, and be it server issues or something. It's just part and parcel of the MMORPG project, given that it is of course an online game. These issues are to be expected, unfortunately. Now, hopefully these will be the last we see of the issues concerning Final Fantasy XIV, and of course, while not being able to digitally purchase the game was not exactly what I call a positive thing for those of you who perhaps didn't pre-order or get it on day one, I think you can understand their decision to mitigate the damage somewhat, and hopefully the wait has not put you off the game, but I would imagine that everyone interested in the game and everyone already playing is just relieved to know that service should be back to normal now that they've finished their server maintenance. So there you have it. Anyway, that is me done for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.